Lovelies! So I am so excited to do this video. I've been waiting to do this for ages and ages and ages because I was waiting for stuff to come in the post and everything, but I've just been dying to do this because I've been on such a makeup kick recently, and over the past, like, basically since the start of January, I've gotten quite an absurd amount of makeup. But that's okay. That is the opposite of a problem. So we're just gonna dive right in with like the first things I got, I suppose. So a couple of things in this haul you can get in the UK, but most of it is like US only stuff, so I've been very lucky to get some of these things. They're either, you can get them in the UK or they're very, very hard to get them in the UK, so definitely one of the very first things I got this year was something I had been absolutely dying for. I'm actually probably going to do a whole review on this, and I never thought I would do a review on just one product, but this is so awesome that I feel like I need to because I have so much to say about it. This is the Lunatick Cosmetics contour palette. And I'd been wanting this for ages and ages and ages, like so badly, and it didn't help that like pretty much every YouTuber, like makeup YouTuber that I watch got sent this, so everyone had been using it and I was like, I need it! But it's an American based company and I didn't want to order because, like, you know, shipping costs and then customs charges, and the customs people hate me. I don't know why, but they hate me. So I put off ordering it, but then I found a company in the UK that actually stocks it, so I was like, yes! And I snagged it and I love it. It's cutecosmetics.co.uk. It'll be in the description anyway, so don't worry. But yeah, so I just had to snag this. I'll give you a quick little look. So, as you can see, you've got these grey shades here. You've got some warmer ones, and then all of these, which I use as blush personally, and you can also use like all of these as eyeshadow. So you can do so much with this palette. As I say, I'm not going to go on about it for ages because I want to do a whole review on it, but look how cute it is as well, like a little spooky book. This is like one of my favourite things I've ever bought. So the same website that stocked the contour palette also did SugarPill stuff. And the palette was like pretty pricey, so I didn't really want to buy more, but I noticed they had the SugarPill Lumi loose pigment, and I couldn't resist. I had to get this. It's amazing. So here's the little pot. So I'm sure you can see it's kind of just looks like white and icy, but this is amazing. So it's like, it's so, you can do so many things with it because on its own, you know, also it gives a nice shimmer, or you can put it over the top of lighter shades. And then when you put it on darker shades, like if you put it on top of black, it turns into like this amazing like dark blue turquoise metallic just wonder. So let me see if I can swatch a little bit for you. So this is just on my bare hand, so you can see it just, depending on what way you turn it, it picks up the light. So it's more something you put on top of other eyeshadows, and it just gives this amazing like iridescence, and I am obsessed with it. It is so, so pretty. I don't know what's going on with my hair today. I decided to crimp it and now I can't do anything with it, so I've just kind of swooshed it over to the side. I kind of feel like I should be in some sort of 80s band, but it's fine, I can't tame it. It has a mind of its own, so we're just gonna have to deal with it. The next couple of things I got for myself were when I stopped into Debenhams, which is a UK store. I don't think there's a US branch. And I just nipped in to sort of have a look at stuff, and I ended up buying a few things. So the first thing is this pencil from Illamasqua, which is a brand I really, really love, but I don't actually have a lot from them, so I really need to get more. But basically I'd been wanting like a red eyeliner for ages, because I have loads of red lip liners, but I didn't really want to take something, you know, that I was using on my lips and then put it in my eyes and stuff, because that just seemed like a bad idea. So Illamasqua has a whole bunch of different pencils that can either be lip liners or eyeliners, and it comes in like every colour imaginable, so you can like do whatever you want. You know, you can really create more creative looks and stuff. So I got this really nice dark red one. It's in the colour Severity, and it's just this really pretty dark red, and I love using this as like an eyeliner whenever I'm doing sort of vampy looks. I just did a tiny little swatch there. It probably looks a little more purple on camera, but it is like a nice dark burgundy plummy colour. Love it! The next thing I got I was really excited about. I wasn't planning on buying anything from Urban Decay, I just happened to have a look and I was about to leave and I spotted a palette, and this is the Urban Decay Vice 4. It actually comes in this really nice little sort of padded bag, which is gorgeous, and I actually keep my contour palette, my Lunatick Cosmetics one, in there with it because it fits perfectly inside, so I can actually keep the palette and my contour palette in the same little bag, which is really handy, especially for travelling. But yeah, so that's the little bag that the palette comes in, and then the packaging of the palette itself is gorgeous. Look at this. I don't think my camera can even pick up all the colours, but this looks like an oil slick, you know, whenever oil spills and it's black but then the light catches all the different colours. It's like that, and it's so pretty. Ta-da! This is just also the mirror up here. It has a huge mirror, which is amazing for doing your makeup, especially, as I say, if you take stuff travelling, you have a giant mirror to do it with. And these colours are just gorgeous. I'll swatch a few for you. Sorry, I'm holding my hand in such an awkward way, but the way I'm sitting. But yeah, so this is Arctic, then you've got C Note, Grasshopper, 1985 and Beat Down. And honestly, this isn't even capturing how gorgeous these colours are. Arctic is like the nicest bluish turquoise colour, and that was like the swatch that made me buy this. I was kind of swatching all of them and I was like, ooh, and I swatched Arctic, and I was like, buying it! So it was very much an impulse buy, but I've really been loving it. I'm wearing a few of the colours on my eyes today. I've got, ooh, what do I have? No, I just have one from this palette, I remember now. I have Beat Down on my eyes today, and I also have an Urban Decay shadow from another palette, and then something else from something that's coming up soon. But I've just been really enjoying this so far, and I haven't even had a chance to use it that much because I've only got everything so recently. But I'm just in love. The next thing I grabbed for myself was a few brushes from Real Techniques because I don't have very many decent face brushes, and I was like, right, okay, so I need some of those. So it just comes in this little kit. This one didn't come with this kit. I bought that separately, but I just kind of popped it in here because there was a space where it fit anyway. So obviously all the orange ones came in this little white case, and then this one was on its own. So I kind of use this for setting my under eyes, so I'll use like a highlight with this little brush under my eyes. I use this for contour. I haven't really used these two brushes that much. Sometimes I use this for my inner corner highlight. I know it's for concealer, but I don't really need a brush for my concealer. So I use that for an inner corner highlight, and I use this one for blush. Whether or not that is the intended use of each of these ones, I don't think it is. I can already see that one's a buffing brush and stuff, but that's what I use them for, and they work really well for me that way. So, you know, nice and soft and good quality, and they have this little case. I actually need to get like makeup brush storage and like makeup storage in general. I have like one case and it's now full. None of my new stuff fits in it, so I'm like, ah! So I definitely need more makeup storage. Okay, next up. I may die. Like just the sweetest person in the world, a friend of mine from online, sent me the most amazing makeup package in the world. I was blown away, and a lot of it is Kat Von D stuff, which I have been wanting for so long. And if you follow me on Twitter, I complain about it all the time. I'm like, why can't I get it in the UK? So whenever I got all this in the mail, I like nearly died. Let's dive in. It's not just Kat Von D, there's other stuff as well, but a lot of it's Kat Von D, and just everything's amazing. We'll start with this actually. I haven't even opened this yet because I wanted to keep it all pretty in its packaging and stuff until I could show you guys, and now I get to use them, and I'm happy. Is this gorgeous little Too Faced brush set. I nearly died. This is adorable. It's pink, the little fluffy brushes, and it says made with cruelty-free 100% teddy bear hair, which is just so cute. Look. Oh, and it actually seems to come with a cute little makeup bag, so I can put all my brushes in here and keep them together now because they're kind of just scattered throughout my makeup case and I can't find anything, so this is going to be really handy. Here's the cute little bag. This is definitely going to be my brush bag. Oh, it has like a little teddy bear dangle. That's so cute. Oh, these are soft. So I've got this big powder brush here, which is gorgeous. And what other brushes are in here? Let me read while you have a look. There's a powder brush, an all over shadow brush, a contour brush, like eye contour, blender brush and liner brush, and those are so pretty. Oh, I love them. Fixed. I don't know if you guys could hear that, but I could hear my own voice like echoing, and I was like, stop. So next up, I think I'll do the Kat Von D stuff. So one of the things that I haven't even taken out of its packaging because it's so pretty, I need to show you guys, is this, and this is the limited edition. Where's the official name? Just a little, oh yeah, okay, so just limited edition tattoo liner. So this was for the 5-year anniversary, I think, and it's in the color Trooper, of course. And look at the pretty like display. That is amazing. Next up is another thing I haven't opened yet because I wanted to keep it pretty for you guys, and this is one of the, I believe there's a new, the Shade and Light blushes, Bonnie and Clyde. So let's open this up. Ta-da! So this is the Bonnie and Clyde Shade and Light blusher. This looks really pretty. I haven't tried any of these yet. This looks really nice. It looks like it'll add just like a nice sort of colour to the cheeks, and I'm super excited to use this. Next up, I got 2 of the Everlasting liquid lipsticks, and I got the shade Witches and Lolita 2. So I'll just swatch those quickly. Okay, so obviously the black is Witches, and then this sort of like orangey colour, like orange nudie, pinky sort of colour is Lolita 2. So these are really nice. I used to hate liquid lipsticks. I used to hate them. I don't know if it's just the ones I tried are bad or what, but I could not stand having them on my lips. But I have really enjoyed both of these. I do notice with Witches, with it being black, you do need to put on a few coats to really build it up and stop it being patchy. But once you have that done, then it looks great. The only problem is I find like the more coats you put, the drier it gets, so you have to get that sort of balance between it looking nice but not being too drying. But it's not too bad at all. It's definitely not like, you know, a deal breaker or anything. It's still lovely, and it's definitely not as dry as other liquid lipsticks I've tried. It's only when you kind of start to really build it up it's a wee bit dry, but I've really been enjoying it. Woo! Oh, and I just smudged it everywhere. I've really been enjoying these. I didn't think that I would like Lolita too. Like, everyone's been going nuts about this colour. I kind of saw it and I really didn't think I'd like it, and I didn't really get what the hype was. But after actually putting it on, it is much nicer than I thought. It is a really nice shade. It's just not one I would expect myself to like. So I've been playing with that, and I've actually worn the two of these together as well once. And they're just really, really nice. You can, like, before they dry, smudge them together and blend them and stuff to create like really unique looks. So these are good. The next lip product is a very strange little thing, and I'd literally never seen anyone talking about this, which I found odd. But it is actually a lip gloss, and this is the Transformer Liquid Lipstick. Now, I'm going to be honest, I think maybe the reason probably people don't talk about this much is it's called Transformer Liquid Lipstick. It doesn't transform anything really. If you put it on top of anything, it doesn't change the colour. But it is a really nice gloss, so I like this anyway, and it does look like super cool in the tube. Look at that. I find whenever it first hits your skin, it does something really cool, and I'll show you that in a moment. But in terms of, like, I put it on top of this colour one day, that's coming up, don't worry. I put it on top of this colour one day and it really didn't do anything. It just made it glossy. I've worn it on its own. It makes your lips a little bit pink, but again, it doesn't like have this crazy like rainbow effect or anything. But I really like this as a gloss, and I don't have many lip glosses, so I've been using this anyway, and I do really enjoy it. I don't know if you can see much change there, but it definitely does something cool. So yeah, it definitely looks pretty snazzy when it hits your skin, and it does give a nice little, like, very subtle sort of pink shine to your lips, but it's nothing crazy. And I wouldn't buy this if you're expecting like crazy dramatic results on top of different lipsticks. I would just, if you want a nice gloss, this is a good one. Not actually sure if this is still available. I haven't seen it on the website, but you know, if you happen to track it down, then you know. Next up are two other eyeliners. So I have got the Kat Von D ink liner in Neruda, and then the Lightning Liner, and this is in Po. So let me just, whoa! I'm making such a mess. Let me just show you quickly. So this is like a normal little felt tip liner, and it is literally just a good white one, as you can see. So this is great for like doing detail work and like dots and little lines and everything. Or if you do just genuinely want to do a white eyeliner, this would be perfect. I haven't really seen many things like this, which I love. This is the Lightning Liner. Now this is a little bit different. It's more of like a brush tip, like you twist the end and it makes product come out the end of the brush. You can see I've just got a little, there you go, you can probably see. It took me so long to figure out how to get this to work. You have to kind of like remove this little thing and do another, it took me longer than I care to admit to figure this out, but when I did, it is amazing. I'll say I've just put too much on the brush there, so it's kind of made it a bit thick, but you can kind of see it's this metallic, amazing purple eyeliner. So you just have to be careful with how much you pump out, but it is super, super cool. I've played around with this a little bit, but not lots yet, so that's something else to have fun with. Next up, I got one of the Studded Kiss lipsticks, and this is in the colour Slayer. As always, you've got the lovely Studded Kiss packaging, just super pretty. And that is just a little swatch of Slayer there. As always, like, I love the smell of these lipsticks. They're so good. Next up is possibly like the thing that I have wanted the most for the longest from Kat Von D. Like, I've been dying for it, but it's the same story as the Shade and Light palette. I never ordered it because just shipping costs and customs and all that annoying stuff. And I was actually about to get my friend to order it for me and, like, you know, send her the money and stuff, when the other friend who sent me this package popped up and said, hey, by the way, I'm sending you some Kat Von D stuff. And I was like, okay, I don't want to spoil the surprise, but I was about to order this thing, and she's like, yeah, don't order that. And I was like, okay. So this is the Shade and Light eye palette, and oh my god, I love this. Now, this, if you follow me on Instagram or anywhere else, I had a bit of an accident. The postman was not very careful bringing this to me, and I opened this up. I'll put a picture here of what it looked like when I opened it. My heart shattered. I was heartbroken, and like everyone's like, oh my god, you can just use rubbing alcohol to fix it. And I was like, well, no, you can do that with a single eyeshadow, but all the colours have mixed together, so if I put rubbing alcohol in them and press them back into place, that is going to ruin every single colour. So I couldn't do that, but after a few hours of makeup surgery, I managed to save at least most of it. You can see some of these shadows are a bit broken, there's a bit missing, but at least I have it and they all work fine. So it looked like it was going to be a much bigger problem. It looked unusable when I opened it and I was heartbroken, but I managed to fix it quite well, and I've been using it so much now. I really love it. This shade up here in the middle is amazing, and of course you've got that really deep black and this sort of reddish brown, and I just love this so much. It's definitely become like a favourite of mine out of everything I own makeup wise. Like this and the contour palette, those are like some of my favourite things this year in makeup. Well, they're not new this year in makeup, they're new for me, so they're my favourite things for me this year in makeup. I also got a little Obsessive Compulsive Cosmetics nail polish, and it's just as well I kind of like double checked what this was because I thought they only did lip products. Like I opened it and smelled it, I was like, it smells like nail polish. Does this go on your lips? So I double checked. No, it does not. It goes on your nails. So yeah, I got this little nail polish. I did have this on and it did last a very long time, but as always, whenever I get anxious, I chip my nail polish off. It's like what I've had to do is stop myself from biting my nails. No, I just pick at my nail polish and I can't help it. So it survived quite a while, and then sadly I chipped away at it. I never have nice nails because of it. It's really sad. And last up in this particular package, yes, last up in this package, I've still got more, don't worry, there's lots to go. God, this video is going to be so long. Last up in this package are two things I'm obsessed with. It's two Jeffree Star liquid lipsticks. I tried these before. I tried the Kat Von D ones, and the specific shade I tried, like, first of all, is the one I'm wearing now. That's Dirty Money. I nearly died when I saw this because I had never bothered looking at the Jeffree Star liquid lipsticks because, as I said, I hated liquid lipsticks before this point. Never liked them. Absolutely, just, you couldn't get me to wear them. But, these came through and obviously so I decided to give them a try, and like this is what converted me and made me love them now. But this shade is, like, in particular is what made me freak out because, as I said, I'd never checked the website. I didn't know this colour existed, and for weeks and weeks and weeks in my head I'd had like, I really want like a murky sort of green lip. I don't know what put this in my head, but I was like, I want like murky green lips. How could I do that? What products could I mix together to make myself a nice murky green lipstick? And I hadn't quite figured it out yet, and then this comes through and I was like, that is the exact colour that I've been wanting. I couldn't believe it. Like, down to the exact shade, and I was like, what kind of mind-reading bullshit is this? So I am so happy with this. As you can see, I'm wearing it now. I love it so much. I don't know, I know it's like a weird lip colour for some people, but I would wear this daily. I am obsessed with it. It's amazing. Like, probably one of my favourite lip products that I own now. As well as Dirty Money, I also got Androgyny, which I know people are going nuts for at the minute. I think the website just restocked a bunch of stuff like yesterday and people were losing their shit. So I'm really glad I have this and I didn't have to be part of that like crazy like refreshing the website crowd. And this, oh, I didn't swatch. So that is Dirty Money, which is a really good name because it does just kind of look like that colour of like money. And then right next to it there is Androgyny. I don't know what you'd call that shade. It's like, I think it's too dark to be a nude, but it's like a nice, I don't know, just that sort of shade, and it's really, really lovely, super nice on the lips, and I love the formula of these so much. Like, the Kat Von D ones have a nice formula too, but these are like my favourite liquid lipstick formula I've tried so far. They're just, they go on so smooth, they just really glide on. It's like 100% covered in what, you don't have to build up layers or anything, it's just, you put it on and it's done and it dries down beautifully. And I've had no problems with these, they're amazing. They don't have much of a smell to them, but the very faint smell that I can smell, I don't know why, it reminds me a little bit of olive oil. So I don't know if they maybe have something like that in it to like make your lips soft or what, but it's definitely not a bad smell or anything. It's so faint and it reminds me a little bit, but yeah, love it. And the next package I got was, I had asked another one of my friends in the States to grab me some things and then I would send her the money, all that sort of thing. So I asked for a couple of things, and then she sent way more things, like she threw way more things in the box, which was so sweet. She's Amoronette, I'm probably butchering that, Amoronette on YouTube, and she is amazing and she has the most glorious hair in all the world, so you should check her out. But yeah, she just threw like way more things than I asked for in the box, and I just, my heart, and there's some amazing stuff here. So the first thing is this palette from Morphe, and like, I had seen everyone using Morphe eyeshadows recently, like everyone, but I wasn't like really in a position to be buying makeup at the time, you know, I wasn't planning on ordering anything, so I never really went and looked on the website. I always expected like Morphe stuff to be really expensive because like everyone's using it and it looks so high quality, so I was like, okay, it's gonna be one of those really expensive brands where I'd be like paying like, you know, $100 for this. This was $22. I was like, what? So I immediately got my friend to order that for me. This is what it looks like. I know everyone's going nuts about the 35O palette. I think this is the 35B, and I got this because I don't have very many like vivid, brightly coloured matte eyeshadows, because I have a lot of Urban Decay palettes, but almost all of them are shimmer. You almost never get matte colours with Urban Decay. Some of these are shimmery. I'm wearing quite a few of these on my eyes today. Like this really vivid green in here is this shade up here, which is gorgeous. It's a little bit shimmery. Some of the purple is from these two maybe, I think. And yeah, these eyeshadows are amazing, and look how vivid. This is just a handful of the colours there. You can kind of see they're so like bright and lovely, and I'm just so excited to play with this palette more because, as I say, so much of this makeup is so new and I haven't been going very many places, so I haven't got to experiment a ton, but it is just like, look at it. So, so pretty. Next up, I got some of the Manic Dreamtone Foundation Colour Corrector because I've been using MAC's NW10 for ages, and honestly the main reason that I use that is because it's like the only foundation I've really found that A, like sits on my skin well without driving me crazy, and B, doesn't make me just like erupt into spots. Like also I already have kind of bad acne sometimes, like it varies in severity basically, but yeah, like if I try to put like a lot of other foundations on, it gets so much worse and I just can't, so I've been too afraid to really stray from that, but it's not pale enough, so I got this. And this is really, really good, because I've tried the Stargazer white foundation before, and like, I'm sorry, I do like Stargazer as a brand, but oh my god, it's awful. Their white powder is really, really good, but their white liquid foundation is like god awful. It is streaky and chalky, and it's just like a horrible, disgusting mess. This doesn't do that, thankfully. I wouldn't really wear this on its own, but it's definitely great for mixing in with your foundation, and it really does just lighten things up. I find my foundation feels a bit thicker whenever I'm putting it on. It doesn't spread as easily when I've mixed it with this, but it's not too much of a problem. It still goes on fine. It doesn't bother my skin, so this is definitely a win. My throat is so dry. I've been talking all day because we were live streaming for my gaming channel earlier. Oh my goodness. Next up, I had asked my friend to grab me one of these Nyx Hd Studio Potters because she'd sent me one of these before, and like I fell in love with it. I love this powder so much. Loads of people say they don't like it because it makes too much of a mess. I have no problem with it, you just have to be careful with the application. What I do is I kind of like, I dip my powder brush in like the actual thing, and I tip the lid upside down and kind of put the brush in the lid and swirl it around to kind of, you know, disperse the powder so it's not like a chunk and it's not like flying away everywhere, and I just use that to apply it, and I love this so much. So I'd asked for one. She sent me not one, not two, not even three, but 4 of these powders, which was just so incredibly sweet and lovely. I couldn't believe it, and I am well stocked up, so I won't be running out of this for a long time, and I'm so happy because this is like my just go-to foundation setting powder. It's perfect. There's no colour to it. It's so fine. I've never seen a powder that's so like fine and like, you know what I mean? It's amazing. I love this so much. Another thing that she popped in my package for me was this Kat Von D tattoo liner. So it's the non-limited edition, but it's the same stuff. It's the tattoo liner in the colour Trooper. So I've been using this one as opposed to opening up the special edition one, which I will eventually, but for now I can keep it in its pretty packaging while I use this one. This stuff is amazing. I didn't expect it to be as good. I'd heard good things, but I didn't expect it to be that good. A lot of like, I've used felt tip liners before, but they're like not that great really. They don't go on very smooth, but this just like glides on to the point where the first few times I used it I like really messed up my makeup because I'm so used to using gel eyeliner, and you kind of have to like fight with gel eyeliner to make it go where you want to go, whereas this is like so, you know, it's so slick that I had a real issue like adjusting to using this, but I'm in love with it now. I can see this becoming like a real staple product for me. It's just amazing, which kind of upsets me because I'm falling in love with all this Kat Von D makeup and I can't get it in the UK. Like I so wish I could just walk into a shop and buy it as opposed to having to go through like having to get people to send it to me and stuff. I've heard like little whisperings and rumours of apparently Kat Von D stuff coming to Boots in the UK, but I have no idea if that's true. I've like tweeted them a few times asking and they've never replied to me, and I'm like, I want to know. So hopefully that's true and then we can actually get all this easier, but yeah, I'm in love with this. Next up is this really cute looking little highlighter. It's the Physicians Formula Powder Palette. Powder sounded very like American there. I don't know. Powder Palette Mineral Glow Pearls. This looks so pretty. It says it's for all skin tones. I did have a little swipe of this one day, but I wasn't wearing foundation. I just did it on my own skin. And it is very nice. I can see this working for all skin tones. I know absolutely nothing about this brand because we don't have it here, but that's what it looks like. Super cute and pearly. And then it actually opens up and you've got a little mirror and a little like compartment with a little brush. So let me try. The only thing is it's kind of inconvenient that the mirror is under the makeup, if that makes sense. I don't know if you can see that making a difference there or not. but it's really pretty. And actually now that I'm putting it on with foundation as opposed to just my bare skin, it's not that glittery. It is a little more like those icy highlights, which is strange. I don't know why that affects it, but yeah. I was already wearing a little bit of highlighter before I put this on, but still you can kind of see the difference. And last up is a butt ton of NYX lip products. So let's start. I'll show this first because I just have the one of these, and this is their new ombre lip duo. So these come in different colours, and this one is the good old black and red. If you've seen my like vampire lip ombre tutorial, it's very similar to that, but now it's like this one product made to do that, which is really cool. So you have this sort of chunky red crayon-y type lip product on one end, and then the thinner black one on the other end. So you put this all over, you outline with this, and then you just kind of smudge your lips to make it that cool ombre, and that's awesome that they sell this in like one handy little thing now. Next up I got two of the lip lingeries, and I actually really like these. I would not mind having more of these. They are the same sort of thing as what I've got on now. They're, I think, the first liquid to matte lipsticks NYX has done. The formula on these, it's not the best. I mean, once it's on and it's dry, it's great. My only problem with these is they're a bit thick and moussey, so they're a bit more of a struggle to get on your lips and make them nice and even, which I found. Like, so it is a bit of a hassle, but once you get them on, they're gorgeous, so it's worth it, is what I would say. These are very similar shades, but one's slightly darker than the other. So I have Corset and Honeymoon, so let me just swatch. Okay, so hopefully you can see there, that top one is Corset and the bottom one is Honeymoon. So they're both that sort of greyish, nudish brown colour, which I love. It's so gorgeous. It's just one slightly darker than the other, and these are both lovely on the lips. Next up I got quite a few of the NYX Liquid Swedes. I really like these as well, and there's some gorgeous colours here, so let me, woo! Let me swatch these for you. Okay, so going down we have Sandstorm, Soft Spoken, Vintage, Tea and Cookies, Cherry Skies, and Stone Fox. So Sandstorm again is one of those nice sort of like brownish nudes. Then you've got Soft Spoken, which is actually quite a close colour dupe for Jeffree Star's Androgyny, I find. It's a very similar colour. Then Vintage is that sort of like purpley mauve-y colour. Tea and Cookies is just the prettiest pale pink ever. It's just the nicest pink shade. You've got Cherry Skies, which is a lovely dark cherry red. And then Stone Fox, which is a cool tone dark grey. So these are absolutely gorgeous. I've swatched them wrong so they twist. They're really lovely. I love these colours so much, and they sit really nicely on the lips. The only thing I could say is with paler colours like Tea and Cookies, you should probably wear a lip liner with them, because after they dry they can look a little bit sort of cracked, but it's not too much of a problem. As I say, if you pop a lip liner on, that should fix it. And last up I got some more of these matte lipsticks, because I grabbed one whenever I was visiting my friend Melanie down in a random pharmacy in Drogheda of all places. I grabbed Alabama, and it became like my favourite lipstick ever. The formula for NYX's matte lipsticks are just, it's perfect. They're the most comfortable lipsticks I've like ever owned. So I love them so much, so I managed to get a whole bunch more colours, and I'm going to swatch them now. Okay, so this is the matte lipsticks. This is Honeymoon, which again, that sort of greyish nude or brownish nude colour I mentioned. Crave, which they describe on the website as a brick red, and it does look a little more red on camera, but honestly I wouldn't call this a brick red. This is like a little more pinky and corally, so it's more of like a pinkish coral red, I find. It's still nice, but it's obviously like, you know, quite a different shade. This is Dark Era, which I am in love with. It is like a really dark red, which is what I tend to mix up a lot of the time with, I use Alabama and like a black eyeliner to make almost exactly this colour. Right here is Gold Digger, which almost looks black on camera, but it's like, it's very similar to Dark Era, but a bit darker and a little more purple, so it's like a dark purple, which is gorgeous. And then at the very bottom you have His, which is a nice medium grey. Oh, I think that's everything. I think we're done. Oh, this has been recording for like an hour. I don't know how long this video is going to be. Yeah, so that is everything. I really hope you liked this. I hope you managed to sit the whole way through it. But I had loads of fun doing it, so whatever. And like, thank you to the two lovely people who sent me so many nice things. People on YouTube are always really nosy. They're all like, oh, how do you afford these things? Anything that wasn't sent to me was bought with my Christmas money, so let's not get rude, okay? It was my Christmas money. I never buy anything for myself with my Christmas money. I always end up spending it on like adult things. So this year I went nuts and bought myself some makeup, so yeah, thanks so much for watching, guys. Remember to like, comment and subscribe. Tell me what your favourite thing was. Tell me if there's any really cool makeup that you think I should check out. And I'll see you in my next video.